Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, I'm excited to share with you how to propagate pothos with 3 simple methods. Our presentation is titled, How to Propagate Pothos, 3 Easy Methods, a fun and practical guide to transforming one beautiful plant into many. We'll quickly go over the techniques that make propagating pothos easy and accessible for everyone, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned plant lover. So, let's dive in and discover how you can grow your pothos collection effortlessly. Why propagate pothos? Well, pothos, or Epipremnum aureum, is truly one of the most forgiving and beautiful houseplants out there. It's perfect whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned plant enthusiast. Its cascading vines and heart-shaped leaves really add life and vibrancy to any space you place it in. Propagation is such a rewarding process because it allows you to multiply your collection without spending extra money. Plus, it's a wonderful way to create thoughtful gifts for friends who love plants. Or, if you want to fill your home with more greenery, propagation makes it easy to expand your green oasis. Now, there are a few main methods we'll talk about. First, water propagation. This is fun because you get to watch roots grow right in clear containers, which makes the process visually exciting. Second, soil propagation, which involves directly planting cuttings into soil. This method is great for quick growth and establishing new plants faster. And lastly, root division. This is like instant gratification because you can split a mature plant into several sections, each capable of becoming a fully grown, mature plant on its own. All of these methods connect back to our overall goal: nurturing and expanding your love for plants while enjoying the process. Propagation is not just about growing more plants, it's about creating a deeper connection with your green space. Let's start with method 1, water propagation. First, you want to select and cut a healthy vine section. Make sure to use sterilized scissors or pruning shears and cut a part that includes 3 to 4 nodes. Those are the little bumps where the leaves grow from. It's best to choose vibrant, disease-free stems to ensure healthy root development. Next, prepare the cutting by carefully removing the leaves from the bottom 1 or 2 nodes. These bare nodes are crucial because they'll develop roots once submerged in water. The upper leaves, meanwhile, will continue to provide energy to support the plant. Now, place your cutting in water. Fill a clean glass container with room temperature water and submerge the nodes completely. Just make sure the remaining leaves stay above the waterline to prevent rot. Finally, maintain the water quality by changing it weekly. This helps prevent bacterial growth and keeps oxygen levels high. Within 1 to 2 weeks, you'll notice delicate white roots starting to emerge from those nodes, indicating that your propagation is taking hold. This method is simple, effective, and a great way to start new plants from existing vines. Let's take a look at the pros and cons of water propagation. Starting with the advantages, first, the results are lightning fast. Root development usually happens within just 1 to 2 weeks, so you get quick feedback and, of course, that satisfying sense of progress. Next, the visual progress tracking is a big plus. Using clear containers allows you to see every stage of root growth, which makes the process not only educational, but also quite exciting to watch. Another great benefit is that pothos can thrive in water indefinitely. With just occasional liquid fertilizer, you can maintain beautiful hydroponic displays for a long time, making it a low-maintenance yet attractive option. Now on to considerations. One thing to keep in mind is the transplant adjustment period. Roots grown in water are different from those in soil, so when you move your plant back to soil, it might experience some temporary stress. And of course, regular maintenance is essential. Weekly water changes are necessary to prevent stagnation, algae growth, and bacterial buildup, all of which can harm those delicate roots as they develop. So while water propagation offers fast and visually satisfying results, it does require some attention and care to ensure your plants thrive. Now let's talk about method 2, soil propagation. The first step is to take your cuttings. You'll want to prepare healthy vine sections that have nodes, just as you would if you were doing water propagation. These nodes are crucial because they are where roots will eventually develop. Next, there's an optional step, using a hormone boost. Dipping the cut ends into rooting hormone powder can really help speed up root development and increase your chances of success. It's a simple step that can make a big difference. After that, you'll plant your cuttings in quality soil. Make sure you insert them into moist, well-draining potting mix, and be sure to bury the nodes beneath the soil's surface. That's where the roots will form underground. Finally, provide the ideal conditions for your cuttings to thrive. Keep the soil consistently moist, but not soggy, and place the pot somewhere with bright, indirect light. Typically, you should see roots developing underground within 3 to 4 weeks. Patience and the right environment are key to successful propagation. Let's talk about the pros and cons of soil propagation. Starting with the pros, one major advantage is accelerated growth. Once the roots are established, the new plants tend to develop foliage quickly and vigorously, especially because they are growing in a nutrient-rich environment. This means faster overall development compared to some other methods. Another benefit is that there's no transplant shock. Since you're starting the plant directly in soil, it avoids the adjustment period that often comes with transferring from water or other mediums. The roots develop directly into their permanent medium, making the transition smoother. Additionally, soil propagation requires less daily attention. Unlike water propagation, where you need to change the water weekly to prevent issues, with soil, you mainly need to maintain consistent moisture levels. It's a more low-maintenance process overall. Now, moving on to some of the cons. One challenge is hidden root development. Unlike water propagation, where you can see roots growing, in soil, you can't visually monitor progress. This means you need patience and trust in the process, which can be a bit nerve-wracking. Another downside is that rooting takes longer, sometimes up to a month before you see noticeable new growth. This extended timeline requires patience and can test your anticipation. Finally, there's the risk of overwatering. Since you can't see the roots, it's easy to accidentally give too much water, which can lead to rot or other issues. Proper watering habits are essential to avoid that problem. Overall, while soil propagation has its advantages like faster growth and less daily care, it also demands patience and careful watering. It's all about weighing these factors based on your specific goals and situation. Now, let's talk about Method 3, root division. This approach is perfect when your pothos has outgrown its current container and developed a dense, healthy root system. Instead of starting from cuttings, root division allows you to create multiple mature plants instantly, which can be a real time saver and a great way to propagate. First, you'll want to carefully remove the plant from its pot. Gently slide it out, taking care not to damage the roots. Then, shake or brush away some of the excess soil to better see the root structure. This step is important because you want to avoid causing any injury to the roots while separating them. Next, gently tease apart the root ball into 2 or 3 sections using your hands. Each of these divisions should have its own healthy root system along with several stems and leaves. This way, each new plant has what it needs to thrive on its own. Finally, replant each section into its own pot, filled with fresh, well-draining potting soil. Be sure to water thoroughly and place each new plant in a bright, indirect light location. This method not only helps you propagate more plants efficiently, but also keeps your pothos healthy and thriving. Let's talk about the advantages of dividing your pothos. One of the biggest benefits is that you get instant mature plants. This means you can skip the long waiting period and have multiple full-sized plants ready to display right away. It's a quick way to expand your collection or fill a space with lush greenery. Another great point is the rapid new growth. Once the roots are established, you'll notice new leaves and vines emerging quite quickly, sometimes within just a few days. It's really satisfying to see your plants bounce back and grow so fast after division. Division also serves as a kind of plant rejuvenation. If your pothos has become overcrowded or leggy, dividing it helps refresh and invigorate the plant. This promotes healthier growth across all the new plants, making them stronger and more vibrant. Now, of course, there are some challenges to keep in mind. One risk is root damage. Even if you're gentle, there's always a chance of tearing or damaging delicate roots during the division process. This can stress the plants temporarily, so it's something to handle with care. Division also requires a mature plant. You need a well-established pothos with an extensive root system, so it's not suitable for small or young plants. You want a plant that's developed enough to split into parts without harm. And finally, division is a more involved process than simple cuttings. It can be messier and requires a bit more effort and patience. It's definitely not as straightforward as propagating with cuttings, but the results can be very rewarding if done correctly. Once your pothos cuttings have established roots, the next step is to give them the proper care to help them grow into beautiful, healthy plants that will thrive for years. Let's start with lighting. Pothos plants love bright, indirect light, so placing them near a window with filtered sunlight is ideal. Avoid harsh, direct sunlight because it can scorch the leaves and cause them to yellow. While pothos can tolerate lower light conditions, keep in mind that their growth may slow down. Next, watering. The key is to water only when the top 1 to 2 inches of soil feel dry to the touch. Overwatering is a common mistake and can lead to root rot, which is one of the most serious issues for pothos. If you notice the leaves turning yellow, that's often a sign you're watering too much. Now, let's talk about pruning. Regularly trim any damaged or yellowing leaves to keep your plant healthy. Pruning leggy vines encourages fuller, bushier growth and also provides more cuttings if you want to propagate additional plants. Finally, occasional feeding can really boost your plant's vitality. During the spring and summer growing seasons, apply a diluted liquid fertilizer once a month. This helps support vigorous vine growth and keeps the leaves vibrant and healthy. Remember, consistent care is what transforms your new pothos into a lush, thriving addition to your home or office. Grow your pothos family with confidence by choosing the propagation method that best fits your lifestyle. Whether you're patient and enjoy a slow, steady process, or you're eager to see quick results, there's a technique for you. Think about the materials you have on hand and how much time you want to invest. These factors will help you pick the right method. Once you've propagated your cuttings or divisions, watch the magic happen. Over time, you'll see these little plants develop roots and grow into healthy, independent plants. It's so rewarding to see your efforts turn into thriving, cascading vines that add beauty to your space. And don't forget, propagation is also about sharing the love. Gifting your propagated pothos to friends, family, or fellow plant lovers spreads joy and greenery. It's a living gift that keeps on growing, just like your plant family. So happy planting and growing. Your indoor jungle is just waiting to flourish. Remember, each step you take brings you closer to a lush, vibrant space filled with life and nature.